Hi everyone, welcome to Ted-san no Igirisu channel. It's my wife's birthday today and we've come to London to celebrate. But before any of that, we made a little stop somewhere. Today is my wife's birthday. She mentioned she wanted to visit London again after quite some time. So we decided to come here together. The day before her birthday was actually our close friend's birthday. So, although it was a day late, we went to give him his birthday present. And from there, we headed on to somewhere else. We're now in a place called Putney in London, and just nearby is Wimbledon, well known in Japan for tennis. The reason we came here is quite a special one. My uncle spent many years working as a caretaker of a residential building here. As a gesture of gratitude, the residents kindly arranged a bench in his memory, engraved with his name. It was installed outside the building in the year he passed away. My parents also come to visit this bench every year. It's a very special place for our family. As we were walking along, we came across a hedge that had been trimmed into what looked like a spider. It was a bit unusual, but quite an interesting sight. We've now travelled from Putney into central London by bus. For a little while, please enjoy the view as seen from the London bus. The building you can see ahead is the Natural History Museum in London. The building on the left is the Victoria and Albert Museum. It is one of the world's largest museums of design and decorative arts. On the left, you can see a small green building called a cabman shelter. It's a small rest stop in London, originally built in the 19th century for taxi drivers. It actually began as a place for horse-drawn cab drivers to eat and take a break. A few of these shelters still remain today, serving simple food and drinks at low prices. In short, it's a little historic resting place that has long served drivers in the city. And now we're coming up to a department store many people in Japan will recognize. The building you can see on the right is, yes, Harrods. On the building opposite Harrods, there was something that looked like a warrior wearing an iron mask. It had a rather strange presence that immediately caught my eye. There are loads of sightseeing buses lined up and ready to go. There were paintings being sold here. The building on the left is the Japanese embassy. Normally, you'd see the Japanese flag flying outside, but as it was a Sunday, there wasn't one today. Our family has also had reasons to visit the embassy a few times over the years. We came across a really interesting group of bikers. They're known as mods, riding their scooters dressed in classic mod suits. It was a huge youth culture movement in Britain during the late 1950s and throughout the 60s. On the right is a luxury department store and tea brand, Fortnum and Mason's. It has over 300 years of history and is also known as a royal warrant holder, famous for its fine teas and goods. After getting off the bus, we made our way to Chinatown, near Leicester Square. The history of Chinatown in Soho, central London, began with Chinese immigrant communities who settled in the city during the 19th and 20th centuries. Today, it is well known for its Chinese restaurants and shops. Today, we're planning to have lunch at a restaurant opened here in Chinatown by Uncle Roger, the Malaysian comedian and YouTuber I'm quite a fan of. We are sharing some fried rice and chicken wings together. Chicken wings are a favourite food in our household, and we often have them at home as well. The waiter who came over and asked my wife if she was Japanese turned out to have lived in Japan for 11 years. His Japanese was incredibly fluent, and he was speaking with my wife completely in Japanese. It was really delicious. Gochishou sama deshita. Burlington Arcade is a historic luxury shopping centre in central London, dating back to the 19th century. It has a calm, elegant atmosphere and is a popular spot for visitors. This is the Royal Mews. It's a facility near Buckingham Palace, where the royal family's carriages and vehicles are kept and maintained. We're heading to Buckingham Palace. We've arrived at Buckingham Palace. I've lost count of how many times my wife and I have visited, but it always remains a place I feel proud of as a Brit. Buckingham Palace has several special gates dedicated to the countries with historical ties to the United Kingdom. This is the South Africa Gate. It is located on the southern side of Buckingham Palace. This is the Australia Gate. Each gate has the name of the country written on it. This is the Canada Gate. The Canada Gate is a decorative golden gate at the south side of Green Park across from Buckingham Palace. It marks an entrance to the royal parks and stands as a tribute to Canada. The soldiers guarding Buckingham Palace are known as the King's Guard. During the reign of the Queen, they were called the Queen's Guard, but the name changes depending on the monarch. The national anthem also changes accordingly. It is currently God Save the King, whereas during Queen Elizabeth's reign it was God Save the Queen. And the guards, in their red uniforms and large bearskin hats, are well known even in Japan. It was a Sunday today, so Buckingham Palace was very crowded. It's a major tourist spot, so even on weekdays, it tends to be quite busy. Behind me is the Queen Victoria Memorial, which was officially unveiled in 1911. Although Queen Elizabeth has passed away, this stand still bears the letters ER. The E stands for Elizabeth and the R stands for Regina, the Latin word for Queen. These are the poles surrounding the Victoria Memorial. My wife seemed a little unsure as she poured her gen mai cha. Perhaps she was a bit nervous, as this isn't the sort of cafe we usually go to. I ordered a latte. This isn't a Japanese run place, but they do have a selection of Japanese teas available. My wife was really impressed, saying, "This is a cake we could never make at home." We shared it together and finished it in no time. After leaving the cafe, we were still thinking about how good the cake was when a group of tourists from Scotland gathered to look at it through the window. Somehow, over time, my wife has become much more confident speaking to people here. Over time, my wife has become much more confident speaking to people here. She used to be quite quiet, but now she'll happily start conversations with others without hesitation.
They look nice.
Very nice cake inside.
Very nice.
Yeah.
This
This one is lovely. Yeah, it's very good.
Caramel.
How much is it? It was £10.
£10. Nice.
We're now back home with the children who couldn't join us in London today. We celebrate my wife's birthday again over some sushi we picked up from a Japanese supermarket. We also bought another cake to share with the children on top of the one we had earlier. They got slightly damaged on the way home, but they still tasted absolutely wonderful. Saving money is important, of course, but every now and then, days like this, feel worth it. From here on, I simply hope our family stays healthy and that my wife and I can grow older together in peace. There really isn't anything more I could wish for other than that. Thank you for watching my wife's birthday in London and visiting my uncle's bench made this a very special and meaningful trip. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.